We are now through the hardest part of our foundations. Future kitchen here, you would be on the stovetop right now. We've got 4 truckloads of drainage metal coming in. We are going to be backfilling for the next 2 weeks.
Back on a sunny day.
Hey Quinny, how you doing? Winnie? Some people think all you do is dig, 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 and then boom, slab. Who would say that?
We just dig, and then just put it on the ground.
It's way more complicated than that. There's so many layers, from the geocloth we use to the drainage metal and the Nova coil, and working our way up in layers, getting the geotech to inspect, using a certified compactor. There is so much that goes into backfilling. You have to get the fill approved by the engineer. You can't just chuck any old mud in. There is an art to building the earth back up again. And that's what we're doing right here, right now. Let's take a look around. We don't have to do this whole wall.
Oh yeah, you don't have to waterproof it?
Nah, only where it hits an internal wall.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? Got Quinny here today and we're working on waterproofing, DPM and drainage metal. We've got 4 truckloads of drainage metal coming in, and the fun job is now moving it from here to everywhere it needs to go. So around the perimeter, we do at least 300 mils the whole way up of this drainage metal. And the idea of this stuff is that the water flows through it really easily, but it binds up nicely. Not sure why it's called metal.
In the past, large stones were broken and passed over metal screens to sort them into uniform sizes for road construction, hence the term metal.
So we've got drainage metal behind that wall, that wall, that wall, and now in the lounge, soon to be in the garage, we've got drainage metal everywhere. They've all got Nova coils. The thing about water is that it'll find the path of least resistance. So you've got to make it easy for any water that's in there to get out. Otherwise, it'll find its way into your building.
Here's water.
So drainage is half of the key to backfilling. You're only as good as the water that you let flow through it. And trust me, I've seen retaining walls burst from surcharged water. There is so much pressure in that water being held back, and once it goes, it just pops. One of the first things we did as soon as the blocks had been poured, we removed as many things as possible from the area, including any bracing or profiles that weren't being used. Yo, Tuesday the 26th of August in the afternoon. Guess what? We've had 2 days now, 2 days of sun.
Back on a sunny day.
You can feel it in my voice, in my enthusiasm, but it's still spring. It's that kind of time where you go from wearing a t-shirt to needing to chuck back on something real quick. We're working down in the lounge area. So I'm in my lounge right now, future kitchen here, probably. You would be on the stovetop right now. On this one here, it's being treated as a 3604 ring foundation. So we run DPM up and then along. Met Geotech last week, talked to the engineer, okay. Met the council, everyone's approved it, tick, tick, tick. And so now we rip into it. Tomorrow we're going to lay drainage metal, Nova coil, then we're going to start compacting in 150mm layers. We're going to work our way up.
Hey everyone, if you're keen as to see what it's actually like to build a house in New Zealand, you're in the right place. We've just hit 110,000 subscribers, which is massive. We just want to keep growing our community. Our next goal is 120. Like and subscribe to be a part of the crew.
Yo, it is Wednesday the 27th of August? Mm-hmm. Yeah, August, not September. Whoa, I sound flat there. Basically, I was crook as, and the last thing I wanted to do was be on site, but the show must go on. Let's keep watching. Spring is almost here. You can feel it, yeah.
Oh, déjà vu.
And today we are backfilling the lounge area. I got 2 helpers here today. Got Quinny on the digger. And 3 of us are going to be on the barrows. We're just going to do it the good old fashioned way. Sometimes you got to choose between when you get all the big trucks and all the big machines in, and then sometimes it's just easier and faster to go slow and steady with small machines and good old manpower. We had to build a little ramp. Basically, access is key. We started off with wheelbarrowing. While it was still quite a noticeable slope, that was the easiest way to get from A to B. Before we had built up a solid little base ready to start filling. You've just got to do it in layers. We use the formwork to separate between the base course and the drainage metal. So we've got 2 types of wall here. We've got the megaform meeting the external side of the building, and then behind us we've got the megaform meeting the internal side. Wherever you have a wall, whether it's polyblock or masonry meeting an internal wall, you need to do waterproofing on the back side of that. Wherever you have a ring foundation or a wall meeting the outside, the exterior, all we need to do is a 3604 detail where we have run damp course along the bottom, up the top, and now we're going to fold it back over our slab. We will actually unpack some of the details we're following and show you that in layers. So this shaded material is existing ground, and that got checked by Geotech before we started.
Nah, I mean, look, man,
everything's exactly kind of what we expected. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've just kept pushing on.
Cool, man. Pass the test. And then a couple of other things. You can see the drainage coil here. You can see the drainage metal that we've got to put in. And the whole idea of that is that any water in here hits that Nova coil and goes away, instead of pushing through the wall or soaking the footing or rising up into the slab. One way to look at it is like we're making sausage rolls. Stick with me for a second. It's like a big dirt sausage roll where we put a piece of DPM there, and down there, and we've wrapped that all up. But then we do that with the geocloth here and the drainage metal as well. So we've got like a sausage roll within a sausage roll. This is where the block wall meets an internal part of the building. And so this side of it needs to get waterproofed. It's going to get an Ardex shelter seal on it. Where this wall here hits an internal lounge, and the same here where this wall here hits an internal area. This has to be waterproofing instead of DPM to stop anything in there coming into our habitable space. And you can see that there, tanking membrane to block wall. Tanking membrane to block wall. If any moisture for some reason got into this area of the slab, it would hit the drainage metal here, go down into the drain and not penetrate through into the building. Because where you are right now is earth, and then we're going to fill that back up. Same thing, we're going to wrap that all with DPM. Basically, anywhere where concrete is going to touch the interior of your building needs to have a damp proof layer under it to stop the rising damp coming through the ground and into your house. As soon as that wall goes outside, there's a detail where we switch from tanking to DPM. And then this stuff here is called base course, and it is a mix of fines and larger rocks, and it gets compacted down and it goes real nice and solid, especially when it's got a little bit of moisture in it. Thankfully here the Geotech let us use existing fill recompacted in layers, so we have been alternating. So we're going to do one more final layer in here, and then he's on his way to test that meets compaction, and then we can do our final layer of slab. The cool thing is now I'm about that far off our finished floor height. So you're down there and I'm up here, and I'm going to come up even a little bit more. This is going to be where our future fireplace is. Come around this side. Big ranch slider goes here and opens up out to the view. We're so close, I can feel it. One more layer of fill and we're in. We got the big 360 kg Ford reverse here. Not much to it. Turn it on. Drive. EMFs. Get in the zone. Insert a clip here about how compactors work.
We just
whack, whack, whack.
and then just put it on the ground.
From what I know, there's a weight rating and it just whacks down. Vibrates everything in place, and that's how it gets nice and hard. We've got the electric dumper, chairs up a higher for hooking us up. This thing can carry 2 wheelbarrow loads, but the best thing is it is on 4-wheel drive wheels, and especially on a tricky site like this, where you've got to work out, like the road is there, the dumping zone's there, but the backfilling's over there. So we've got a big pile of dirt here to get out. This is all getting removed, a mixture of not good enough to use and excess, and then this is all coming back in. This is fresh from the quarry, cheers Firth. So this pile here is 4 truckloads. We've used 3 over there, that's 7 10 yarders. You do the math, that's a lot of stone. Yo, it's Wednesday the 3rd of September and we are still waterproofing and backfilling. We're now working on the garage slab and we're working on the bit where the garage slab meets the master slab. So the boys are down there now, they're putting on an RDX product on part of it.
Hi, I'm Ricky. I'm a first year qualified builder and I'm currently cutting some RDX shelter seal to do our waterproofing on the megaform walls. Using this as my length stick so I don't have to measure it each time. All I do is pull it out to that end and then know it's the right length.
This is the RDX product that we're using where we need to waterproof the internal walls. I think it's called a shelter seal WM3000. We'll put the full spec here right now. And it's processed. First up we clean everything, then 2 parts of primer, then put some angle fillets in and then wrap it up over itself. It reminds me of a product that we used to use in Canada called Ice Shield that you would put on the first 6 feet of your roof to stop any water that got under your shingles. As it freezes, it climbs up the roof, and then as it melts it would run back down it. I suppose it's a membrane and it's just another layer, another thing. This would be the perfect time to talk about building your place. As well as doing my house on that build up there, I run a building company in the Hutt Valley. All our homes are a one-off design to suit your style, needs and budget. We'll guide you through the process start to finish, and with over 80 homes under our belt now, we would love your place to be next. Head to our website or click the link below to get in touch. Then we'll go drainage metal. We should get this for Ford Sam.
Oh yeah.
He just bought a wild track.
Hey.
Sick of driving around in a van. It needs that wild track luxury on the weekends.
Yeah.
There you go, New Zealand. If it's good enough for Quinny, it's good enough for you. Couldn't do this with a Nissan Leaf. Yeah, tonight. Because it's going to go, like DPM is going to come along, right? And then down. In this detail here, this is this wall. Yep. And then this bit here is this wall.
Yep.
So what he's saying is 300 mils past that line there. We run this past 300. And we run the DPM 300. And then we go...
Lap.
Yeah.
300 lap pass.
And then we do the pressure bar.
Yeah. I don't know how it fits.
Everywhere there's one of these is a channel, and you can see these, the black ridges, except screws.
Yep, that'll work. Yep.
So I would go a metre though, I reckon.
Yeah, I want to take like the whole sheet, whatever a full sheet is from there.
Yeah.
About to there, and then I'll let that pass 300.
Yeah, and in here, it's got the DPM going under and the RDX going over.
Goes over the DPM.
Yeah, so here, DPM is the red line.
Right, okay.
And RDX is the blue line.
Right, yep, so it goes over the DPM, yep.
And the RDX finishes inside the pressure bar.
Yep.
Cool? Yo, sign up squad, you've made it to the end of another video. Thanks so much. I hope by now you see that it's not just dig, 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 but it's like layer upon layer upon layer of complications. But you can still do it layer by layer, and that's the trick. As long as you constantly keep in mind why are you doing this, and it's not just to build a house, it's to create a space to live a life. Whether that's my house or your house or whoever's going to move in, remembering that people are going to get on with their lives, they're going to live in here. They don't want to know about the details. They just want to know that it's done right and that it serves the test of time. So whatever complicated thing you're going through, have that vision in mind of what you're creating and why. And that why is so important, because as you work through those complexities and you're like, oh, this is so much, this is so hard, I just want to get a floor down, just break it up. By the end of the series, you're just going to have heard me say 100 different ways, just break it up, one step at a time. What's super exciting about that is that next week we are on to final layers of slab prep. Mark my words, it's going to change so much so quickly. And then we can rip into tons and tons of building action. Trust me, we've just planned out the next 25 episodes. We know what's coming up, but we know the process, we know what we have to do on site to get that content unlocked for you. Just be patient, guys, and I'll see you next Saturday. Thanks for watching.